My name is the bodybuilding practitioner, A.K.A. the genius. And what I want to do is better emphasize the preacher curl division because I believe it is the most effective way to build biceps, especially for us beginners. So, we have here is the muscle flex repetition. We move the weight to our starting position and we flex the bicep. Okay? This we can hold for 5, 10 to 15 seconds at the start of the preacher curl division. So we have our preacher curl division. We have all of the divisions. We have 1, 2, and 3. Different rep ranges. We do more in the first. We do less in the second. And then the third, we always do 5 full range of motions with no division. The first is a division. The second is a division. To fatigue us, so when we get to that third division, we can get the maximum results. So we have the first division, and in the first division, you will be the strongest in the first division, and it will take more reps to fatigue in this division. Always do the most amount of repetitions in the first division. So you have to find your rep range. That can be anywhere from 3, 5, 8 to 12. So you have to figure out how many you want to do and keeping in mind that you still have a second division and of course the third division. So that's what the first division looks like. Then we have our second division. The second division obviously comes after the first division. And in the first, we do more because in that first division, we are stronger. So we do more reps to fatigue for that individual division. In the second division, you will not be as strong as the first division. So you have to find a lower rep range in, of course, keeping in mind that you will have to do 5 in the third division. So, you just keep in mind that you have always to do all 3. So that's the second division. And then, of course, the third division. This one is always 5 reps. So you have to find a good amount of reps to do the fatigue for each set, for each division, because they are individual. And then we put them all together, and then we have the preacher curl division. But you have to make sure that you do enough in each division to fatigue for that individual range of motion. So the third division is full range of motion and always 5 repetitions. With every set of the preacher curl division, you have actually finished 3 individual bicep exercises, working the bicep in 3 different ways and ranges of motion. So I believe this is the most effective way to fatigue, the most effective method, because I've been seeing a lot of different methods, and I don't like when you start with the preacher curl division, you start with the muscle flex repetition and the muscle's already active. So here are just a few of examples of building. So here we go. We have the preacher curl division. This is building combinations. Okay, so you have to find your rep range for each. So you can do 8 in the first, 1 in the second, and of course always 5 in the third. So you do one combination is 8 or 1, and then another combination can be 8 reps in the first division, 3 reps in the second division, and 5 reps always in the third. I like this one. I think I marked this one as my favorite, but actually this one is. I like doing 8 in the first, 3 in the second division, and then always 5 for full range. That's my favorite building combination for the preacher curl division. And of course, you can always do 5 in the first, or 5 in the second, and then of course 5 in the third. And that's combinations for building. Okay. So then we have muscular endurance combinations for the preacher curl division. We have 12, 12, and 5. That's one combination. You'd have to find really light weight for that one. Or you can do 5 or 15, 12, and 5. Another combination. Or you can do 8, 8, and 5. And this one's my favorite. 8, 8, and 5. But if I really want to get a good muscular endurance cardio work, I'll do this one. 15, 12, and 5 reps. So I think I like this one. I marked this one again as my favorite, but no, this one's better. But you have to pick a really light weight to be able to do 15 in the first, 12 in the second, and then 5 full range. You have to pick a really light weight. So just for good muscular endurance. And then of course we have our strength building. For this one, we can do 1, 1, or 1 in each rep range, or you can do 2, 2, and 2, or you can do 3, 3, and 3. I like this one. This one, I feel like you spend enough time in each division to get a good strength building. So that one's my favorite. Okay. So those are the different combinations that you can pick to make the best results possible. Okay. But we also can't forget, so the combination of all of them, you get, I believe it's the most effective. Okay. And then of course, we have the muscle flex repetition itself. In this one, we hold 5, 10 to 15 seconds at the start of the divisions. Okay. That is just to increase time under tension. So that's our starting position. And then we bring the dumbbell down into the divisions and you find your rep range. I believe this is the most effective. I've seen all the techniques possible, but none of them, I don't believe they're effective enough for us beginners. And then of course we have, at the end of all the divisions, we have our static hold position. This one we do at the end to make sure that we maximize the time under tension. And of course with a relatively light weight. So static hold is done at the end of all 3 divisions to maximize time under tension for the muscle. You hold 5, 10 to 15 seconds. You don't just throw the weight away. You hold it, okay? And I believe that this is the greatest way for us beginners, because all the professionals are showing their methods of training, but they are at a higher level. So they're showing you a professional level of training. And for us beginners, that's not going to work. So we have to make sure that we find a way that's effective for us. And that's what it looks like all together. Preacher curl division. Okay, we have our starting position, the muscle flex repetition. You're going to hold that for 5, 10 to 15 seconds. Then you'll fall into the first division. You find your reps. Then you fall into the second division, find your reps. And then you go into the third division. You do 5 reps. And then you have the static hold position at the end. And you'll hold that for 5, 10 to 15 seconds. So that's going to maximize overall. We have everything covered. We have the top of the range of motion covered, muscle flex repetition, the bottom of the range of motion covered, our static hold position, and then within the range of motion we have all the reps that we choose. And of course, the division itself is chopped, and then we have full range. So that is the best and most effective way, I believe, to be able to maximize a result for anyone who is starting off with a building muscle. So I really want to promote the preacher curl division. It is the most effective. So that's what it is. You got your weight. And then for my next video, if you get yourself a $15 ab roller, I can show you a ab workout that I have created. We got our famous dumbbell like always. And then we have our famous preacher curl division. Just wanted to make it a conversational to better explain it, better to put it together on paper. Because it's all about how you look on paper, right? Okay. So that's all for now.